Oh! You look like Freddy Krueger in the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie coming out the wall. Oh, you're so hideous! You look like a worm that had sex with a spider. Howdy, folks. How the hell are ya? Welcome back to the Call of Cthulhu. If you missed the last video, basically we found ourselves trapped inside of an insane asylum, and we spent the entire episode like creepy crawling our way through that insane asylum so that we could escape with our lives, and that we did. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Okay, what's up with the octopus? Yes? Hello? Why are we having dreams about 8-legged cephalopods?
That nightmare again. I need a drink.
I mean, that's not my idea of a wet dream, but, I mean, you do you, boo-boo. Hello? Who is speaking? Who it beeth the speaker?
Fine, do what you want.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
I feel like Richard Petty drove his stock car into my face at 200 miles an hour.
The day is only starting. It's fine.
I want to talk to this sexy young woman right here. But I guess since you saved me, I'll talk to you first.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Good point.
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
You're supposed to be dead.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Talk to Bradley or talk to Conan, bro. You're so hot, but he's my bro. I'm gonna talk to him first. Yeah, you and Dr. Colden. Yeah, let's quiz him about that.
I heard you talking earlier.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
Okay, I tried.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
We've known
And what
this.
brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
It seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Actually, no.
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital, and called on Marie's help to get you released.
Yeah.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel.
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
Should be dead. Let's hit up the babe over there in the corner. Hey, babe.
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla.
Everything goes back to the
He founded the
Scylla.
hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
Most
I
definitely
know the
not.
risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
The dead bodies, answer me! This one question. Why was there so much death inside that hospital?
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes, I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you.
Yeah, let's go do a
I'm
raid.
listening, Mr. Pierce.
I don't have anything else. But let's, should we talk about what I had to endure, or I might be onto a lead? I'm not a pitiful young thing. I'm gonna talk.
Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He's dead.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
He levitated
Tell me how
and
Mr.
folded in
Sanders
half,
died.
like a lawn chair.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Mm-hmm.
Of what do you speak?
The
Sanders
Shambler.
said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I
It's
guess
true.
he can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
Or I'll
I
tell
don't
her.
agree. She deserves the truth.
Right.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
No, he was definitely murdered. They prudent or better to... You know what? I like his option. You know what? Sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes you gotta rip it off like a Band-Aid. Right? You don't want it to drag out and feel that pain for a long period of time, so you just rip that damn Band-Aid off.
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
Gotcha, bro.
But it could drive her mad.
Better madness than ignorance. Very well.
True.
I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
Yeah, true. I don't want to go back there.
I'll do my best.
I don't think I'll make it out alive. Talk to Sanders' widow. How do I do that? You're not Sanders' widow. Is there a teleportation technique I'll learn? Oh, I can just leave at any time. Pierce, Colden, and Bradley decided to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow. Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to his widow about the Shambler that the unfortunate man mentioned before he died.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders? I'm a private detective.
Damn, baby.
We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
A little forward,
You
don't
may.
you think? Hey, baby.
However,
You're a
before
widow
we go
now.
Further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
Need my digis?
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here.
Well, shit. If it ain't my Southern Time fling, Cat Baker.
You know each other.
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters.
We
The main
banged.
thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
That's a
I
euphemism.
bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
I told you
You're
she loves
investigating
the.
Francis'
She
death.
loves it.
Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would
Don't you
seem
worry.
that you have much to tell me.
Hey, you said to make yourself comfortable. You don't mind if I start shedding off a couple clothing layers. I like to be nice
May
and
I inquire
loose.
as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Well, first things first, he started talking about another woman, and then he said the Shambler's here, and then he levitated into the air, had both of his legs broken, and was folded in half like a lawn chair. He died.
He started raving, screaming that a dimensional Shambler had found him.
Oh, mercy, that story again. Why have him interned?
That was when he began to convulse and twist with pain. Or terror, it's hard to tell.
I beg your pardon?
I'm not really sure of what I saw, or what I see.
Thou shalt
It's
not
best
lie.
that you weren't there.
I should have been there. What you're telling me is outrageous. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
No, I stood there and watched as your husband died. I share your grief, but I hold nothing, but I had nothing to do with it.
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective.
I know, right?
Not
I'm
everybody
amazed.
enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
Your husband
I
sure did.
suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
It rhymes with I want to see your husband's art collection.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A Shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
I'm gonna
It
do
is
that.
my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Show me
Then
to the
you have
gallery.
paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Don't worry, you just keep chilling over here by the fire. I'm gonna go warm up my chestnuts and be right back. And then, of course, I'm gonna go into the art gallery.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Wait a second. What is the point of that painting? I mean, it looks horrible.
A house of artists.
Yeah, if you notice.
A house of artists.
Their piano's in a lot better shape.
Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close.
Too close.
Friends, even?
Lovers? Was he cheating on old Irene?
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Apparently not a whole lot, because she gave it away for free, if that was the final thing she gave him. Because in the house, the final entry to her paint dealings said that
He
it
finally
was
won.
given away.
Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
Quite possibly. She doesn't like it, though. Oh, there it is, there it is.
She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel?
Broke? Probably got tired of being broke.
Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
It looks like it. Her husband was definitely banging Sarah Hawkins. All right, we know this at this point. What the hell?
The Shambler. I need to see it.
After seeing that vision, you want to see the Shambler. Are you high? Did you drink
Did she
the
really
tea?
care for him after all?
Dear Madame, I acknowledge receipt of the letter in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. I am sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to return his body to you. At the moment of his internment, you signed a discharge, allowing me to dispose of his body as I see fit. I extend my deepest condolences to you, Thomas Fuller. Oh, he definitely did that because he knew that when they looked at the body, they'd be like, why is this man folded up like a pretzel? And then you'll find out. They'll be like, well, this is a little fishy. Man broke his back.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
Okay. What's this? Read the book, yes. Malleus Bestiarum, Volume 2. It is kind of encyclopedia of monstrous and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe that they exist. Yeah, why wouldn't you believe it at this point, man? Ooh. Hello. Key to the gallery.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
This volume spends some time on Reverend Wickwood's community. His wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams that the Reverend's congregation are having since their arrival on the island. Some members of the community, her husband included, began to speak of their vision as a messenger sent by God. She is scared that they will suffer the same fate as the lost tribe.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all hope of ever owning this accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the Shambler. Friend Sarah Hawkins. There's a little sus. Why would she give it away for free after
I
she
could
said
use
no
one
so
of
many
those.
times? Hold on to those. The Whale and the Cod, or A Brief History of Darkwater. Hey, baby, have a quickie on the disc?
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others.
Fraction
What
of
have you come looking for in this gallery?
I'm not here to create no problems.
I'm not here to cause trouble, if that's what's worrying you.
Worry me? Don't overestimate yourself. If the last beating wasn't enough for you, I can always give it another go. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
What are you doing here, then?
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
Definitely more attractive. I would definitely prefer dealing with. Now, let's get ourselves in the gallery, see what happens. Ooh. Okay, so let's look around here. He's got a lot of ancient daggers and masks. Collected more than art. Like, this stuff can't be cheap. No way this stuff is cheap. Here. You know? Huh? What could he have possibly... have been looking for? Like, what's the need to have all of this? Like, what's that? Can I look at anything?
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
Oh, that's what I was supposed to look the whole time? Are there any other clues? That was the only one they let me look at. Do I need to keep that in mind? None of the other ones I could look at. Could I?
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Okay, so I can look at that one too. So those two have to be clues. Or maybe it's random. I don't really know. Let's go look at the damn
The man
painting.
transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
That's called Too Damn Rich. Okay. Too damn. Hey, Shambler. You're not so bad. An ugly painting. Why would you ever want that in your house? That can't be good. Look behind you. Look behind you. What the hell? What? Oh! Oh my gosh! What is happening? Oh! You look like Freddy Krueger in the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie coming out the wall. Oh, you're so hideous! Oh, I don't know. You look like a worm that had sex with a spider. That is not a compliment. Okay, so obviously he can't see. He has no eyes, or he would have seen me just now. What do I do? I have already examined the Shambler. That's what I want to know. Is that what killed our boy? No! Run! Run!
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Come here, boy! Oh, no! That's not what you do. You don't fight him with the dagger. Definitely don't fight him with the dagger. Okay, so you don't fight him with the dagger.
What the hell was that?
But I did grab the dagger. Oh, damn it! I don't want to hide. I'm not afraid of this thing. Hide. Oh, never mind. We're gonna hide. We're gonna hide. Get in there. Get in the closet. Just chill in there for a second. He's right there. He's right there. Oh, I can smell him. He smells like butthole that was washed with a dirtier, nastier butthole.
Damn. This dagger looks different.
Okay. What if I stab the painting? Could it be that simple? Yes! Take it! Oh my gosh, he's coming for me! I destroyed you! Put it in his nugget! Put it in his nugget! Yes! That'll work! Oh no! Stab your hand! It's the only way! We're not going into the painting! Stab it! Do it!
What's the matter with you?
Was that in my nugget?
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
I'm not even drunk!
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
You didn't see the intergalactic bug come through and try and murderate me? Did you really not see that? Also, the reason I thought I should stab the painting is because I just got through playing The Evil Within. You had to burn the paintings to get through a scene. And obviously when I tried to attack it with a dagger, it didn't do shit. Just murderlated me. Did you really not just see that?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
So you did see it.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery.
You're talking about
And
me,
by the
baby,
way,
I know.
Where do you think you're going with that dagger?
I'm taking it.
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
I just kind of guessed on the daggers because there was only 2 cases that let me look in. And I just happened to grab the other dagger and it didn't work. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll try the other dagger. And it happened to work. So there was really no reason why I grabbed that particular dagger. But you! Why would you let me have the dagger?
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
Something's a little sus here. What is it, Irene? You having a bad day? Found out your husband was banging Sarah Hawkins? Of course he was banging Sarah Hawkins! How else do you think he got the Shambler for free? Alright, she was banging the caretaker, her husband, Davy Jones' incestuous brother-in-law, and Mr. Sanders. Man, she was just taking it to the whole town. And that's why she's dead. Everybody ganged up on her and murderlated her and cursed her. That's what happened. Maybe. I don't really know. I might be a little drunk right now. Oh! You look like Freddy Krueger in the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie coming out the wall. Oh, you're so hideous! Oh, I don't know. You look like a worm that had sex with a spider. That is not a compliment.